Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. So I'm doing another pick a card reading, and the topic of this reading is going to be what blessings are headed your way. And I will be uploading the element readings, the love and spirituality readings, but I am pushing those back in light of everything that has been going on in the world. I feel like there just needs to be some, good news, good vibes, positive messages. So that's why I'm doing this particular reading. So just like with my other pick a card readings, I want you to pause the screen, look at the crystals that are on the screen, and then choose whichever crystal you're more drawn towards. And I will leave the timestamps in the description box. And so choose the crystal that you're most drawn towards and then click on the timestamp, and then you will get messages about what blessings are headed your way. And I have said this in my other videos, but for those of you who are new, these pick a card readings are a good exercise for your intuition, because you are strictly using your intuition to pick whichever crystal resonates with you. So the more you watch these types of readings, the stronger your intuition will be, and you won't second guess yourself when it comes to that first instinct. So like I said, just take a second and pause the video, and then we will dive right into your reading. Okay, group number one, you picked the black stone. So let's see what blessings are headed towards you. We have the Six of Swords, and we also have the Success card. Okay, so with these two cards, I see that for some of you who have recently been feeling like you have failed at something, or something that you've invested in or put your energy into, it hasn't worked out in your favor. It looks like you're finally coming out of your head about whatever that thing is. It's like you're finally seeing like the bigger picture, or you're finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. For some of you, whatever this failure was, you took it very hard because you invested a lot of your time and energy into whatever this was. And so you could have taken the failure very personally, which, is understandable. But I'm picking up that some of you were internalizing the failure. Like you were saying, I failed at this, so I am a failure, which isn't true. If you failed at something, it just means that you're human. That's all that means, because human beings, we fail at things throughout life in order for us to learn and evolve and grow. So every human being fails. And actually, the more you fail and the more you learn from that failure, the better you become. The most successful people in the world are people who have failed the most and who have learned from their failures. So it's like you're finally coming out of a headspace of, like I said, internalizing that failure, letting it like ruminate in your mind, like that's about to come to a close. That's about to come to an end. And a lot of you will be very thankful for this, because it's something that has been weighing on you very heavily. Because again, you have been really internalizing this failure, taking it hard because you invested so much energy. It's like you invested your life force into it, your energy into it. So I'm thinking that with this blessing, you're going to be receiving like a burst of energy from something else or from somewhere else, because it's going to replenish you and replace the energy that you lost putting into this situation. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like if you were at a job that was very, very draining, you put a lot of your energy into it, and you really wanted it to work out, but then you ended up getting fired. It's like you've been depleted of so much energy, and then suddenly God comes in and brings you a new job that is more positive and that gives you energy and refills you, while the other one was draining you. You see what I'm saying? And that's just an example. It doesn't have to necessarily be a job. Just, take it as it resonates with your life. I'm going to pull one more just to clarify. Change card in reverse. Pull one more. Yeah, I'm just sensing that a lot of you are just going to be extremely thankful to be coming out of this mindset, because it looks like you've been stuck in it for a while. So I think that it's just going to be worthy of a celebration that you're even moving away from this cycle of feeling very low energy due to a failed situation. With the Eight of Pentacles being here in the reverse, and then the Totality card being here, I am seeing that you are receiving some sort of help. And I'm thinking that that's where the energy replenishment is going to come from. Someone is going to help you to replenish your energy and kind of, pick yourself up from this very negative mindset that you have been in. And it's someone's going to help you do it in a way that I'm hearing is unexpected, and it's also effortless. It's going to take very little effort on your end. It's like this help is being ushered in by God, by the universe. So it's not like you have to actually go looking for the help. It's like the help finds you, if that makes sense. Again, it just, the example I keep on hearing is like with a job situation, and you get fired from a job, and then suddenly you get a job offer from someone, and it's really, really random. Or you hear about a job opening from some random person, and you go and apply, and they immediately hire you. It's like that sort of thing. Pull one more. Yeah, and it's whatever this thing is that's coming in for you that's going to help take your mind off this past failure, and that's going to help replenish your energy. It's something that is going to get you out of your head. It's something that you're going to enjoy to the point where it stops you from having those, low vibrational ruminating thoughts. So it gets you out of your head, and it helps you with your anxiety. It's something that you enjoy, and it's something that helps you to pass the time. And again, it comes in randomly. It doesn't look like it's really planned, nor is it expected, but it's like a gift that's being given to you from the universe to help you pass this very dark place that you've been in. Pull one more. The gifts card. Okay, I'm hearing that when this help comes in for you, be very careful not to reject it or to sabotage it, because like I said, some of you have really internalized that you are a failure when you're not. Just because you failed at something, it does not mean that you are a failure. So for some of you, when this blessing comes in to help you and to help replenish you, you could at first kind of reject it because you're still working through a little bit of that negative headspace. So you're being asked to not sabotage this and to not reject it, especially because it's gonna come to you so effortlessly that it's almost like you feel like there's some sort of catch to it, or because you've internalized a lot of shame, from that past failure. It's like you feel like you're not deserving of it. You feel like it's too good to be true, and it's not. It's not too good to be true. So do your very best not to push whatever this help is. Like, do your best to not push it away. And it can come in many different forms. It's going to be different for everyone. But just be mindful of this message when you do come across whatever this thing is that the universe is ushering in to help you get back on your feet. With the Strength card being here in the reverse and the Thunderbolt card, again, I feel like this is saying that for a lot of you, it's going to be a little bit difficult. Like, this is like your final, I don't know if I would call it a test, but like right when you're about to step into a new cycle of your life, right when you're about to leave some sort of negativity behind, usually there's like that final challenge where you're trying to break free from that energy. And when the new door is being opened to you, some of you could really hesitate to walk through it because, like I said, there's a little bit of suspicion here. There's a little bit of not feeling like you deserve it. It's like a bunch of mixed negative thoughts that you're going to need to push through in order for you to walk through this door. So a new door is opening for you. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's only going to make you hesitate because you're going to feel like this is too easy. Like, there's no way there has to be a catch to this. But it's not even that it's just coming to you easily. You've been doing the work towards getting this thing. You've been preparing for it. You just didn't know that you were preparing for it. And again, I'm going to go to the job example again because that's the example that's coming to me. If you were in a certain job and you were getting very drained and it wasn't working out for you, and then you get fired, and then you get this new job offer out of nowhere, and you're like, I'm not qualified for that job. Like, I feel like I'm not good enough for that job. But yes, you are. Like, you've been preparing for this new job offer. That's why the universe is opening that door and ushering it into your life. You are prepared for it. Just because you weren't consciously preparing for it, the things that you were experiencing throughout the past couple of years or the past couple of months, the things that were experiencing were in preparation to get you to this place where you are about to be. So don't think, oh, this came too easily. I didn't even try, too hard for this, so it must be a catch to it. No, it's actually not coming in that easily because you've done a lot of work. You just didn't know that you were consciously doing the work and going through certain experiences in order to prepare you for this opportunity. So don't be suspicious of it. Of course, we're all going to be cautious of things. We should all have a healthy amount of suspicion, but don't be suspicious to the point where you block your blessings and you reject whatever it is that's, coming in for you. I'm going to see if there's any more messages here. I feel like that's it. And I'm going to see if there's anything else here. Man card. Pull one more. I keep hearing blessing in disguise. Blessing in disguise. I think that's just in relation to you being suspicious of the blessing that's coming in. Or it coming in some sort of package that you didn't expect it to come in. You expected it to appear. Like maybe some of you are moving away from this negative cycle that you've been in, and a part of you is kind of like intuitively knowing that you're about to step into a blessing, but you could have an idea of what it's going to be or what it's going to be like, and then it ends up coming in a different package than you originally thought, but it ends up being better than what you originally thought, is what I'm seeing. So yeah, don't try your best not to sabotage this, and try your best not to, just because it's a little uncomfortable shifting into this new cycle of your life, don't allow that to hold you back and block the blessing that's coming in for you. Don't push this away, because you have been preparing for this. You are deserving of this. You just have to know that you are worthy of it. You know, whatever this thing is, it could be about love. It could be about work. It could just be a new mindset. It can be many different things. It's going to be different depending on, you know, your life and your life path. So that is it, group number one. I really hope that this was helpful. I hope that this gave you a bit of encouragement or some sort of positive energy, something positive to look forward to. So thank you so much for watching. And if you are drawn to any other crystal, then you can feel free to watch those messages as well. And if not, I will see you guys in my next reading. Bye. Okay, group number two. So let's see what blessings are headed your way. And you are the group that picked the blue stone. So the first card out is the 10 of Cups. So some of you, a blessing that's coming your way is family. And this can go different ways for different people. Some people could be actually starting a family, like maybe finding out about a pregnancy. For some of you, it could be actually meeting a group of people who feel like family to you. Or for some of you, it could be healing, you know, the connections that you have, that maybe, you know, you're on the odds with certain people, but overall, this is like emotional fulfillment that you share with other people, like feeling very content and happy within yourself and being able to share it with other people who, you know, love you, value you, and respect you. So that's a very, very positive energy. The Creator card is here in the reverse. So I'm seeing that some of you have struggled with this for a while, or you've struggled to actually obtain this. I feel like the connections that you have made, they always seem to either fall apart, or there's always some sort of issues. Some of you could really have dealt with betrayal in the past. It's like you have been longing for and wanting a family, or like people who can make you feel like you're at home. You know, we are, as human beings, social creatures. Even if we create that abundance and happiness for ourselves, having nobody to share it with can sometimes be very empty, be very lonely. So for some of you, like I said, you've been experiencing that. Like you have been working on trying to, you know, build yourself up and doing your own healing work and focusing on self. But you are deep down inside, even if you're not admitting it to yourself, you are longing for that, you know, family feeling, you know, those friends that feel like family, or you're longing to heal your relationship with your actual family, or you're longing to meet like that partner because you're ready for a relationship. Whatever the case may be, it looks like that is definitely coming your way. And some of you are doubtful of this because you've had so many bumps in the road and you've had so many roadblocks that you feel like has been keeping you from this. And it looks like this is just going to kind of come in out of nowhere. Let me pull one more card. But I will say this. I will say that I am sensing a blockage for some of you. And what I'm hearing is that this blockage is coming from you trying to force things where they don't fit. So if you truly want to create that feeling of abundance and that feeling of like family with people, it has to be with people who are willing. And if they're not willing and you're trying to force it, then basically you're clogging up your own energy. And so there's no room for the actual people who will be able to create that feeling with you, be able to create that environment, that family feeling with you. They can't come in if your energy is clogged up by trying to force things where they don't fit. So just be very mindful of that. You have to take inventory of the people who are in your life and do they feel like home to you? And do they feel like a positive home? Let me correct that, because sometimes people can feel like home to us and not in a good way, especially if our original home was not a good home. Someone can feel like home to us in a bad way. So you have to think about, are the people who are in your life or the people you're surrounded by, are these the people that make you feel like the positive aspect of home, the home that we would have wanted, the home that we all deserve, that home full of love? Are these people around you, do they embody that? And if not, it could be really clogging up your energy from meeting the right type of people who will, be able to embody that feeling. And I'm hearing that for some of you, this applies to like social media too. Be very careful what type of communities you're involved in social media and things of that sort, because there's some spaces on the internet that can be very negative that could also mimic the feeling of home to us. And you have to take inventory of that too and figure out if you are sticking around in that environment because it mimics the feeling of home. I know that I said once that Twitter sometimes reminds me of my narcissistic home, like my upbringing with narcissists, with the smear campaigns and the you have to constantly watch what you say and walk on eggshells because you'll be like destroyed verbally if you make one mistake. It's like, it really reminds me of the narcissistic household. So even that I have to take a step back from. See what I'm saying? But YouTube reminds me more of the home that I would have always wanted, the home that I would have always deserved, like the love, the compassion, like that family atmosphere. I get that on YouTube. So it applies to online spaces as well. So you have this blessing of this family coming in for you, but you have to really make room for it and make sure that your energy is not, clogged up and congested with the opposite of what you want. With the Hermit card being here and the Understanding card being here, I feel like one benefit of you finally getting this family atmosphere that you want is that you'll be able to see yourself in a much more positive light. Like, you will be very surprised at how much we internalize other people's viewpoints of us. And sometimes when we're in a negative space, like around negative people for a very long time, we can adopt their thought patterns about ourselves. Like, especially if there's someone who projects a lot, we can adopt their thought patterns about ourselves. We can think that it's our own thoughts about ourselves, but it's not. It's their thoughts that we've internalized. And so when you are about to step into this family environment, or this family is about to be manifested or ushered into your life, you'll be able to see yourself in a much more positive light because you'll be away from that negative aspect of family. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, some of you are going to be very surprised by this because you don't even realize how much you've internalized the negative voices of other people throughout your life until you step into this family situation and they see you in such a positive light that you're just like, wow, like, I didn't even realize how negative my inner critic was, if that makes sense. And again, I can give this example of my own YouTube channel. When I go on there and read the comments and stuff like that, it's very different than the way that I've been treated and the way that I've been spoken to growing up. It's like the complete opposite. And so through my YouTube family, I've been able to see a lot of good in myself that I never would have seen, and I've been able to see in comparison how much my home life growing up has really negatively impacted my, my self-image. So yeah, for a lot of you, being in this positive atmosphere or being surrounded by people who feel like family is going to help you to really understand the positive aspects and positive qualities of yourself for sure. And it's going to help you to appreciate yourself more. So with the 8 of Wands being here in the reverse and the integration card being here, I feel like this is going to give you an opportunity to really slow down, like in terms of your mind. Again, when you are in negative spaces or when you're not surrounded by enough love, you can be kind of on edge a lot, especially if you are around people who are sort of narcissistic or people who, like I said, you have to walk on eggshells or you have to watch your mouth around them or you're constantly worried about them judging you. It's like your mind is constantly racing. You're constantly anxious. You constantly have to kind of put that guard up. And the blessing that's coming in, with this family that is going to manifest into your life is that you don't have to put that guard up. Your mind isn't constantly racing and thinking about, okay, did I say something wrong? Wait, let me not say that. Wait a minute. Am I going to be attacked for this? Or if I mess up, are they going to like disown me or shun me? Like, it's like you're not even needing to think that way. And it's like this family that is coming in for you. It brings out the best of you. It definitely brings out the best of you. For some of you, a lot of your healing work and your healing journey, you've experienced it through negative experiences with people. And it's just about time that you're finally going to get some positive interactions with people and you're going to grow through positivity rather than growing through pain. So let me pull one more. Yeah, because I'm also hearing that some of you, like, you're on a serious healing journey. Like, you're really working on yourself very hard. And it's not that you're going to just stop with your healing work. Like, you're still going to, be on your healing path. But at some point, it's like there's people that you need to be around who they're not constantly bringing up trauma. Like, oh, I'm in this relationship or I'm in this friendship dynamic because it's meant to bring up buried trauma so I can heal it. Like, I understand we're all doing our healing work, and that tends to be the way that wakes us up to the things that we need to heal from. But being in those type of dynamics all the time is exhausting, especially if you don't have like the loving dynamics in your life to balance it out. So for a lot of you, this family that's coming in, it's the loving aspect of life that you don't have to constantly be like, okay, oh, what's this bringing up inside of me? What's this trigger that I'm feeling? This person came into my life specifically to trigger these wounds. You know what I'm saying? These are like people who come into your life to specifically love you, not to trigger you, not to, oh, this is a wound I need to clear. These are people who are sent to actually love you and understand you and to help you through your triggers, not trigger you. And then you have to go online, figure out what the hell just happened. And then you have to book a therapy session. It's like these people are here to be good to you. And if any triggers do come up, they're right there to help you through them, is what I'm seeing. This is very genuine, pure love that you're ushering into your life. So congratulations to group number 2. This is a very, very beautiful, very positive energy, especially to those of you who are starting a family or expecting a baby. Congratulations to you. And I see the Lover's card here. So for a lot of you, this does seem like romance, but no, it doesn't have to be. Because like I said, it's pure love. So this could be platonic friendships. This can be like healing family dynamics. So it doesn't have to be that, but for some of you, it definitely is that. But congrats to group number 2, because again, very, very positive energy, and you are deserving of every bit of these blessings that are coming in. So that is it. If you feel called to watch another crystal, or if you resonated with another crystal, then you can go ahead and watch that pile as well. And if not, I will see you guys in my next reading. Bye. Okay, group number 2. So let's see what blessings are headed your way. And you are the group that picked the blue stone. So the first card out is the 10 of Cups. So some of you, a blessing that's coming your way is family. And this can go different ways for different people. Some people could be actually starting a family, like maybe finding out about a pregnancy. For some of you, it could be actually meeting a group of people who feel like family to you. Or for some of you, it could be healing, the connections that you have, that maybe, you're on the odds with certain people. But overall, this is like emotional fulfillment that you share with other people, like feeling very content and happy within yourself and being able to share it with other people who, love you, value you, and respect you. So that's a very, very positive energy. Okay, group number 3. So you picked the yellow stone. So let's see what blessings are headed your way. We have the 3 of Cups, and then we have the Harmony card. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that the blessing that's coming in for you is some sort of positive form of escapism, right? So the negative form of escapism would be like drugs, alcohol, toxic relationships, those things that kind of numb our pain and help us to escape from it, but they aren't healing to us, and they actually end up doing more harm than good. So a positive escapism, or a positive form of escapism, can be a little more difficult to find, but it looks like you will be blessed in finding that. And usually what that is your passion, something that you can work on for days at a time, and you get lost in it, but it's something that's positive. It's something that's adding positivity to your life. It's something that's filling you up. It's not like the type of escape, like I said, that causes more harm and, brings you and drags you down. This is the type of escapism that uplifts you, helps you to heal in some way, and your mind and your heart are both very connected to it, and you're going to be very focused on it. So the King of Pentacles being here as well lets me know that for some of you, this is going to be something you can actually make money off of. It doesn't necessarily have to be that. Of course, it can be like a passion or a new hobby that you take up that doesn't involve you making any money. But for some of you, this is definitely something that you will be profiting off of financially. Let me pull one more. Oh, also, whatever this is, there is some sort of community involved. So there's other people who do whatever this passion is, and you're going to be connecting with those people as well. So you will be making some new friendships. Pull one more. This could be like, I'm trying to see like an example. This could be like if you want to start doing makeup, if you want to become a makeup artist, and that like it becomes like a passion for you. And then you start meeting other makeup artists online who do what you do, and you know, befriend them. It's like that sort of thing. When I say that there's like other people who do it and there's like a community, you know, that you are able to relate to and join. Pull one more. House card. Yeah, this is something that you're almost, it's almost like you're, the journey card too. This is something like you're destined to do. This could be like some sort of past life talent or past life passion that it just re-sparks in you, like you rediscover your passion for whatever this is. Some of you know exactly what this is already. You already have the passion, but you have just not been participating in it actively. And so your blessings will start coming in once you start actively, you know, pursuing your passion or focusing on it. But for some of you, this is like you will be discovering it. And it's like, I'm hearing like it's destined. It's almost like it's going to come so naturally to you. Not to say that you don't have to practice to, you know, master your craft, but it's like it comes very, very naturally to you. Like when you start, I just hear a lot of people saying like, wow, you just started that a month ago, like you're already so good. I would have thought that you were doing it for like a year at least. Like it's like that sort of thing. It's something that's going to come very natural because it's almost like you were destined to come across it, and it's like great fortune and abundance that's coming to you through whatever this passion is. I'm telling you, a lot of you will be making money off of whatever this is. Like I'm hearing that for some of you, if you don't want to, you don't have to make money off of it. But for those of you who want to, you will be making a large amount of money off of this, like full-time money. Quit your job and do this full-time type of energy for sure. Like the cards are very, very clear about that. With the Four of Wands here and the Ordinariness card, I'm seeing with the Four of Wands, this is like you kind of stepping out of your comfort zone, but it's in a way that is going to bring you peace. Like if that makes any sense. Like usually we don't want to step outside of our comfort zone, because obviously we're comfortable. But when it comes to this, you have no problem stepping outside of your comfort zone, because yes, it's a little uncomfortable, but you're passionate about it and you love to do it. So there's like this peace of mind that comes along with it, even though you could be a little uncomfortable. So if you, for example, are learning like a new skill, you know, like your passion has to do with like a skill that you're learning, right? It's uncomfortable at first because you're just learning it. You're a beginner. It just always feels kind of weird being a beginner at something. You have to get comfortable with it. But you enjoy it because you're passionate about it and you have a vision. Like you have vision of, you know, where you can go with this or where it will lead to. So stepping out of your comfort zone, it doesn't bother you. You see what I'm saying? It's like it brings you like peace of mind. And plus, I feel like when you were in your comfort zone, you had too much time on your hands to kind of take part in negative escapism, like maybe too much social media or things of that sort, like falling back into old habits and patterns. So it's almost like you don't mind stepping outside of your comfort zone, because in your comfort zone, you were taking part in sort of destructive things. So this would be you stepping out of your comfort zone and it being something that actually brings you peace. So that is a positive thing. I just feel like this really tranquil feeling, this feeling of like tranquility coming over me. Some of you, this is like I said, it's almost like a passion that almost feels like a form of meditation. And I forget which actor said this, but he said like that he feels like acting is like a form of meditation for him. He feels like when he's acting, he's like, oh no, wait, hold on. I think he said that acting is a form of worship for him. Like when he's acting, he feels like he's serving God. It's like that sort of energy. Like it's like a meditation or like or you're feeling like this is like you serving your purpose, you know? Like when people do makeup, a lot of people say when they sit and do their makeup that it's sort of like therapy or meditation to them. Or, you know, when they do music, they feel like that's kind of like meditation to them. It's like that sort of energy that I'm feeling for you with whatever this passion is that is, you know, headed into your life. And this is not something that anyone can take from you. And I feel like that's going to be very exciting for a lot of you too, because if you are someone who maybe you've experienced a lot of disappointment where things have been ruined for you, or things like that you really wanted, like you became disappointed because someone ruined it or interfered in it, or things didn't go according to plan. This is something that no one can take from you. This is something that's like I said, you're like destined to pursue, you know, whatever this passion is, and no one can take it from you. It's something that's going to be very solid and stable in your life, which that's going to bring you a lot of peace. That will bring you a lot of peace. With the Fool card being here and the Dream card in the reverse, I feel like for some of you, this may have been something that you gave up on. It's something that you may have gave up on, or if it's not the specific passion that you gave up on, maybe you at some point gave up on finding your passion, or you gave up on finding something in life that is worthwhile or that's fulfilling. Like you could have been experiencing a lot of existential crisis, like what am I even doing here? What's my life even about? Everything just seems kind of pointless. Like what's the point of all this? And I feel like whatever this passion is, it's restoring that faith in you. Like, oh, okay, this is why I'm here. This is what life is about. Like that sort of thing. Like I'm just feeling like this passion and focusing on it, not just the passion, but where it's going to lead you to is going to make you feel very fulfilled with your life. And it's going to make you feel very happy to be alive, is what I'm seeing. Pull one more. Yeah, it's like this, I'm sensing this whole new side of life that you've never experienced before. This whole new side of life of like, okay, so this is the positive side of life. This is how life is when you are excited to wake up every day, when you're excited to jump out of bed, you know, and do what it is that you love doing. Like a lot of you are definitely, without a doubt, reaching that level of your life, or reaching that sort of lifestyle for yourself by pursuing this passion. Pull one more. It's like a kid in a candy store, I'm hearing, like waking up every day and literally just being excited, like a kid waking up when, you know, you had those class field trips. It's like waking up and being excited as if you're going on a field trip because you're so excited to do what you do, you know. Pull one more. God, these cards do not want to come out. Let's see. Okay, so I do want to note that when you do discover this passion, there is going to be a brief moment where you doubt yourself. Don't. For some of you, you have discovered it already, and the doubt is going to come from whether or not you should focus more on it. But for some of you, haven't discovered this passion yet, and when you do discover it, it's going to make you feel kind of afraid and concerned. Don't be. Like I said, this is something that you're meant to do. Like there is some doubt that I'm sensing from some of you. Like let's just stick with the makeup example. Let's say that some of you, you start doing makeup and you come to find that you are quite good at it. Like you feel like you're kind of a natural at it. It could kind of make you second guess yourself. Like, well, I guess I am kind of good at this, but like, do I have what it takes to actually pursue this? That's what I mean when I say like, it's like this brief moment of doubt and you're needing to basically check yourself. Is what I'm hearing. Check yourself, catch yourself immediately. Don't even let yourself go down that rabbit hole. You are good enough to do this. You are good enough to pursue this. And it's something that you are meant to do and meant to pursue. So it's very important for you to stay optimistic in that way and don't allow that initial doubt or that brief doubt to overpower you and cause you to hesitate, is what I'm seeing. So yeah, that is it. Group number 3, very positive messages here. So if you feel drawn towards any other pile, feel free to watch those as well. And if not, I will see you guys in my next reading. Bye. Okay, group number 4. So you picked the purple stone. So let's see what blessings are coming your way. So the first 2 cards out are the Ace of Wands and then the Rebirth card. Okay, so I'm seeing here that the blessing that's headed towards you is some sort of inspiration. It's something that you are going to stumble across that is going to deeply inspire you. And when you come across whatever this thing is, it's going to inspire you so much that you are going to take action towards creating something major in your life. So it could be maybe you come across like an influencer who went through some sort of like very, stressful or strenuous journey, and you're seeing their results, and it's so inspirational to you that you get up and start your own journey. You see what I'm saying? Like maybe it's someone who battled with, issues with their body image, and they have documented their journey from start to finish, and you come across them and you're so inspired by them that now you're about to start your own journey. You see what I'm saying? And that's just an example. It can be different for different people, but yeah, it's definitely something influential that is going to be crossing your path, and it's meant to cross your path. The universe is going to usher it into your life and kind of allow it to cross your path specifically so it can spark this inspiration in you. It's sort of like your intuition is going to guide you towards it. One more. Unexpectedly and unknowingly is what I'm hearing. So it's not like something that you're necessarily going to be searching for. You're just going to come across it. And pull one more. Imprisonment. And that might not sound like something you would expect to hear, like a conventional blessing. You would expect to hear like, oh, money's coming your way, a new spouse is coming your way. But this truly is a blessing to come across something or someone who inspires you that much to the point where it causes you to take action. That is a very big blessing, because sometimes when we do need to reinvent ourselves or we need to embark on a new journey, it's easy for us to lose motivation. And it's easy for us to constantly, procrastinate or put it off. And so coming across something that influential or that inspirational that caused you to actually get up and make a change, it definitely is a blessing. It's like that spark that you need to kind of like light your fire and get you started on this new path. And for some of you, you're in need of it because you are just I'm hearing that you're kind of in a mental prison at times. Like, that you have to kind of reinvent yourself or rebirth yourself, or that it's time to start something new or create something new. It's like, this to be true, but it's like you're in some sort of mental prison that keeps you constantly thinking about it, but not doing it. And whatever this is that you come across, it's going to spark something in you that takes you out of your head. You're no longer thinking about it. You're no longer planning about it, but now you're going to get up and you're going to do it. One more. Occupation card. Yeah, this is like your mind really kind of constantly battling itself. When we get stuck in that planning stage, like, I know I'm supposed to do this, and maybe I'll look up some things to plan this out, or maybe I need to do a little more research. We get stuck in that phase. So this inspiration that's coming to you or that you're going to come across it's meant by the universe. Like, it's something that your intuition guides you to, specifically to light that fire in you, so that you can be motivated to get out of this headspace of kind of planning it, thinking about it. Because every time you think about it and plan it, but then you don't execute your plans, it's slowly but surely deteriorating your self-esteem. Like, whenever you say like, okay, I'm going to do this, and then you don't, it's like a little blow to your self-esteem, and you start to kind of not trust yourself because you're going back on your word. So you're like breaking out of this when you come across whoever or whatever this inspiration is. So with the Eight of Swords being here in the consciousness card, again, this is a repeat message about you being stuck or you being trapped in your head. So we have the imprisonment card and the Eight of Swords. So that just lets me know that you're truly like boxed in when it comes to your mind. Like, your mind is truly like keeping you caged. And thank goodness you are about to come out of this. I'm going to pull one more. And some of you are going to be in your head now thinking, I'm hearing that some of you are in your head now thinking about like, oh, I wonder who this is, or like, I wonder what this is going to be. It's something that it's going to be unexpected. Like, I don't think it's not something that you can actually it's not something that you're going to be able to think about before you actually see it. You know, there's certain things that you come across like, oh, I never would have guessed that, or I never would have thought of that. It's like that sort of thing when you come across it. Like, for example, let's say that you are a singer, right? And you're hearing this reading and you're like, oh, well, maybe I'm gonna come across another singer that inspires me because I've been stuck, you know, trying to work on new music. Maybe this reading is talking about another singer, but then you end up maybe coming across a painter that inspires you to write a certain song instead. You see what I'm saying? It's like some sort of influence or some sort of inspiration that you don't necessarily see coming, or it's not something that you would suspect. It's something that's very unconventional, which is going to be good for you as well, because that's also something that's going to motivate you. The fact that it is unconventional and it's, you know, it's different. It's definitely different. With the Knight of Pentacles coming out as well, I do see that this is the start of something long term. This is the start of something that you are going to be building for a long time. So this inspiration is not something that's short lived. It's not like a spark that, you know, lights a fire under you and then it fizzles out, you know, in a week or so and you're right back to, you know, square one and not really getting anything done. This is like a spark that's going to sustain you for a very long time, and you are going to build something solid, you know, with this. I don't know what this is, but whatever this inspiration is, it's something that is going to continuously inspire you. It's not something that just inspires you and motivates you and you're just like, oh, you know, whatever. Now I'm back to, I don't care, like next week. You know, this is something that's going to be continuously inspirational to you. Of course, you know, you also have to have that willpower and that drive to get things done, but this is going to definitely be a very, very big help to you. Yeah, let me pull one more. Yeah, I'm hearing that it's going to kind of trigger, it's going to kind of like trigger a lot of creative ideas, like a lot of dormant creative ideas, like especially if you are like an artist and you've had creative block. This is something that's going to kind of brush through or like push through, break through, that's the word I was looking for, break through whatever creative blocks or creative barriers have been in front of you. It's going to trigger something in your subconscious mind. Let me pull one more. Oh, the Two of Cups. Okay. So the Hangman card is here, the Celebration card, and the Two of Cups. So with the Hangman card being here again, this is a repeat message about moving forward after a time of being stuck, after a time of being blocked. So sorry, this reading is literally just a bunch of repeat messages, but at least you know that, you know, I'm tapped in very strongly in that you know that this is coming your way because the message keeps repeating. So this is like after a time period of being stuck, of having no ideas, having no motivation, and then suddenly you're up, you have all these ideas, you have this burst of energy, and you're ready to go. Whatever this is, it is going to end up, or it is headed in a direction where you will be celebrating a lot of success and a lot of triumph in this, which is going to be a great thing for you, especially if you've already had these ideas in your mind and all you were lacking is the action behind them. It's going to be very fulfilling to you to see your hard work actually pay off and people celebrating your success. Either a lot of people, so this is for some of you, maybe you're going to be in the public eye, or it could be like family and loved ones celebrating your success, or it could be just you celebrating your success, like your own personal triumph. But either way, like taking this action or this spark, like taking it and running with it and, you know, being consistent with it, it is going to lead you to feeling very accomplished and celebration. It's what it's ultimately going to lead to. With the Two of Cups being here, this is also going to be very fulfilling to you internally, because for a long time, like I said, you could have been saying, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to start this, or things of that sort, and you just haven't been doing it. And again, that has been causing your self-esteem to kind of like, to kind of falter, like it's been causing your self-esteem to kind of take a hit each time. So when you actually take the action, then it does the opposite. Your self-esteem builds up slowly but surely more and more as you take the action every day, as you, actually kind of get up and act on your ideas. So it's going to help you to build your self-esteem. It's going to bring you this sense of, fulfillment. It's just going to be very good overall. And it's all going to start with this person or this, whatever this is that you come across, that is ultimately going to kind of light that fire in you and really, really inspire you. And this is like a person or something that you can go back to over and over again to get inspiration. So it's not something that dies out. And then I'm seeing that for some of you, what's interesting is that you get this inspiration from someone and then you start to act on it and you build like the success for yourself, and then you actually become that type of inspiration for someone else. So it all comes full circle. So that is it, guys. Oh, I'm hearing that some of you want an example. Okay. Some of you, I'm hearing like, well, can you give another example? Because these messages are kind of general. Okay, an example would be like if you have been wanting to start a business, but you feel like, you know, maybe the market is oversaturated or something like that, or you feel like you're afraid you're not going to make any sales, and then you come across someone online who built their business from the ground up, and you're very inspired by them, and they post content about how they built their business. So you study it every day and get inspiration. If you are a makeup artist, maybe you come across a art page that you are inspired by and you do looks inspired by that art page. It's like that sort of thing. That's what I mean by inspiration. So for those of you who need an example, because I just heard that very clearly, that's what I mean when I say an example. So yeah, this is something that's very exciting. I think the best part is the fact that it comes full circle and that you actually become that inspiration to someone else. Okay, so that is it, group number 4. So if you felt drawn towards any other crystal, feel free to watch those messages as well. And if not, I will see you guys in my next reading.